my eyes.
It does put them on paper as big favourites, and they performed very well throughout that whole tournament and caught quite a few people off guard as well. And they actually had a very tough group as well. It turned out to be very tough, I should say. It's a lot of people looked at him and went, "Oh, that's going to be a pretty easy group." And then it was like, actually, when the Koreans and the Chinese and who was the other team that turned up went 3-0 in the group? One of the Asian teams. I can't think which one it was. Was it Malaysia? I can't think which one it was. Definitely one of the other Malaysian teams or Hong Kong teams or something like that went very strong in the group. So suddenly it looked very balancing. But well, quarter-final day came around and all the usuals suddenly shined through. So we have a little bit of an invade here from GBT, and Roronoa not getting caught out here. Dakaroko. Okie pokey. Dako Crow is the word I'm after. Jesus, that one's going to be a definitely one. And you're going to, oh my god, as well. So I'm going to have to look across to the other screen to catch this. Oh, Dako Crow, you're going to get caught by Alistair there. Will surely be taken down. Yes, he will be. First blood goes to Morgana, and he will immediately port back. So Gangplank getting the first blood is never a great start. The invade from Guru, really just onto the Wraiths, is not going to happen. They'll pick up the race, but that's about it. There's nothing they're going to get out of it. Pony's Factory actually might go for Roronoa there. Roronoa might get caught out. We'll try to do him. Actually, if only he'd have got the pin there, he could have definitely caught him in position, but Tristana managed to jump straight out of there and escape. But a great little invade there, and they're going to take the jungle to boot. Will they go for the red? They are definitely going to take the Wraiths and leave just the one in that evil style. I think Xerath will probably return to lane. He's just going to put a bit of damage on the red as soon as it pops. And wisely, I think Guru are going to back away from the golems there because they still have no clue. But they are doing the exact same in the jungle at the top there. So will they take the red? No, Assassin's actually backing away from that one because Rumble just harassed them just enough to put doubt in their mind, Joe. So very nicely played by GPT at the start.
Yeah, and I've got to point out that from Guru's point of view, when they saw those summoner spells coming into this game, they should have been they should have all been together for my money. And I'd say even playing defensive from that point of view because there's just so much power in a first blood, in the opening minute and a half, 2 minutes of the game with that setup that you just can't afford really to go out there and be playing aggressive. And obviously, oh my god, the jungler, which is of course Morgana, picked up that first blood on Gangplank, and that's going to give him such a nice early advantage. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane is of course Vayne, who does have the red buff early on, which is going to cause a few problems for Tristana without a doubt.
Yeah, so Kiki is now in top lane, that is no life, and Rumble there against Nigel on Yorick, and has been taken down a little bit there, but nothing to write home about.
Oh, down at bottom, Roronoa's going very low. Oh, and he's actually going to go down as well. Alistair came in, caused all kinds of problems, and got his combo off pretty much without any problems there as well, and that is going to be second kill of the game going in.
Yeah, already, yeah, second kill of the game. That is not a good start for bottom lane. They're having a little bit of a nightmare. And also two assists again for Alistair. And a kill and an assist for Vayne. And, well, we've already seen what a Fed Vayne can do in Tuesday night. If you missed that one, you can catch it on the ESL TV VODs as well as my YouTube. And if anyone's watching this, they probably know where my YouTube is, so it's all good. So, at the moment, down the bottom lane, they're having a little bit of a free reign of it because both had to go back. Roronoa, of course, getting caught out. Is the word. Dakaroko, or Dako Crow, whatever the hell his bloody name is. He's getting pinned on the wall. Alistair's going to bounce him, and that is another free, easy kill. Vayne may well go down to this one, though. Yes, he will do. So Roronoa will pick up a kill. May even get a second one on towards Alistair here. Alistair doesn't have any ability, any armor, sorry. Will try and get away. Meanwhile, up in the top there, that is going to be Yorick going down. I think Roronoa will finish this one off. No, he's backed away from it, despite the fact he had a free and easy run of it. He knew exactly where the jungler was, and it was... oh my god, aka Morgana, who's picked up a second kill at the top while all that was happening, but Rumble was certainly taken down very low. Teleport coming in on the top there, and wisely that Rumble will back away from that one, Joe. But very aggressive stuff here, and I think that kill was much needed down the bottom there by Tristana.
Yeah, much needed. If she'd have gone down as well, that would have just spelled disaster, I think, already for this bottom lane. As of now, though, of course, she does steal away that good old red buff from Vayne, who she got the kill onto a little bit earlier on. We've got Xerath actually causing a couple of problems to Ahri in the middle, who's fairly low on mana and is actually going to go away. Lee Sin is there to give the cover on that lane if needed. Tristana's going to go home as well and go for the second item and third and fourth, because it's two Doran's blades coming out for Tristana. That's going to be compared to, well, pretty much the same, actually, over on the other side. There is a pink ward being picked up by Vayne as well, as we are seeing here the invade coming onto the blue. They need to be careful. Crow Assassin is there, and he's still in the brush. He's going to try and steal this one away, and he is going to manage to take that one. Oh my god, it is going to go low as well. Decides to use his flash to play it safe. Good decision from Makata to do that and keep himself safe. But, you know, if you don't check those brush when you're invading, it can happen that, you know, your steal all of a sudden turns into losing out on the buff plus your life.
But he did get the buff. He did get the red buff.
But it was blue buff they were stealing, right?
Oh, it was, yes, right, you're right. Ignore me. I was busy sort of watching top and bottom at the same time. But yeah, Roronoa actually did manage to get the red buff out of all of that. So he's looking a little bit stronger down the bottom here. Libic actually going to try and catch him. Does get a headbutt. Will get the pulverized. No, he won't, because he cleansed away from it. Very wisely done this time. He does get the pulverized down on Roronoa. But instead, he will back away. So a lot of close exchanges between these two down the bottom. It is Makla and Libic, isn't it, down the bottom here. Just getting a couple more shots in the backside of Roronoa. Meanwhile, up the top, Rumble is just having to heal himself up in that bush, trying to poke on towards Nigel. You can see Lee Sin poised at the moment to go have a go in the middle.
CV'd.
It's Sharu, yeah, gets CV'd. So he just has to back away from that one. So still 4-1, the kills. 7 minutes into this one. A bit more action than we've seen in the last few games.
Oh,
tonight.
down at bottom again. Roronoa is going to get caught out.
Top as well.
Oh yeah, up at the top is No Life getting the kill onto Nigel. However, he needs to be very careful and pretty lucky, I think, to get away from this one, because Crow Assassin's coming from the back. But is it worth it there? Lee Sin, yeah, now 1-0. 1-1-2 for Rumble. However, Yorick is 0-2-1, and that's going to be the real pain, actually, up in that top lane. We have seen the jungler Makoto come back in here just to cover this lane in the meantime. But again, a fast-paced start to this one. It's 6-2 in terms of the kills at this point. Down at the bottom, Nunu and Alistair just laughing at each other.
Yeah. Oh, and he's gone straight for the pulverize. That's going to be a dead Dakaroko. Actually sort of taunted into going for that one as well. Very nicely done by Libic there. Libic playing an absolute fantastic Alistair so far. It's unshakable, and even using the slash laugh to bait someone into standing there and doing something. That's just awful, awful play there. So Libic, look at that, he's just Roronoa is just like completely paranoid now, doesn't want to go for anything. Gangplank had also crept in towards that top jungle, was trying to have a little peek towards Nigel. He's just going to back straight away from that one though. So Libic at the moment, and look at this. And Roronoa is just thinking, I really can't get anything from this one, because Libic is just keeping him away. He did just use his pulverize though, so he doesn't need to be too scared just at the moment. Instead, he needs to be shooting the minions and picking up that CS. He's putting a couple of shots on towards Libic. Meanwhile, at the top again, Nigel is being pressured by. I'm going to have to keep looking across to see who No Life is. It's Kikis, isn't it? Pressured by Kikis up the top there. I really wish they wouldn't use these names, which is exactly why I love tournaments where they just go, use the wrong name, you don't compete. You have to use the proper name, because it just does catch people out, like you and me. Our poor memories can't cope with this, Joe.
Yeah, there's no way that I can remember half of the time the actual player names, never mind a set of random troll names that they've managed to stick in there. Well, at the moment, Kikis just, is he going to drop his ulti off there onto Nigel before he goes home? Obviously, a cooldown, he'll be back by the time he's pretty much in on the action once again. In the meantime, Vayne has been home. BF Sword is already there with her as well. Vampiric Scepter is on Roronoa, which will give us some sustainability in this lane, but is it going to be enough against that BF sword against a 3-1-2 Vayne? We do have Leigh in and amongst everything here, though. They are going to put some damage onto Roronoa. Did they see Leigh going in there? No, I don't think they did, but they're sticking to the... now they will. The ward goes straight down on top of Leigh. And good decision to actually check that, because that could have been super dangerous. But, you know, with Double Doran's blade on Vayne, she's pretty healthy already. She can take a lot of damage.
Yeah, Double Doran's blade and that BF sword to back it up, so there's a big bit of damage. And look how many pink wards they've already got on them, 3 of them within them. It's pretty much mirrored down the spectator sheet for us. Rumble having a little creep down at the moment, just putting that ward placement towards the blue buff, so we'll keep our eye on when anyone goes towards there. Meanwhile, in the middle, Ari and... Ari's having a little poke around, does get caught out by the ulti there. Ari's surely going to go down from this one, gets away just about. Gangplank ulti goes down as well, dashes away just in time, and Xerath nearly picking up the kill in the middle there. Not quite able to finish it off though, and actually really that's kind of backfired, because the Gangplank ulti also used is a little bit of a burn. Meanwhile, Leigh Sin's going to come around in mid to try and defend that turret. Needs to be careful he doesn't get baited into anything, because you can see Rumble and Gangplank, or Rumble shows himself.
Fail.
Yeah, fail there. Meanwhile, down the bottom, there's also a little bit of poke again, and Roronoa also taken down to half health, looking back towards the blue buff being picked up.
Oh, Roronoa, just as he switched away, I think, came 1 footstep too far out, and Livic's like, I'm having that one, that is my kill, I'm in there. And landed his combo perfectly up at the top in the meantime. Actually, Yorick has pushed fairly nicely, and I think he fancies his chances against No Life, but he is going to be pushed here with Xerath coming in. There goes the ulti from Rumble. That's a very, very, very dead Yorick. 3 of them going up for that kill. And meanwhile, down at the bottom, they've actually got Leigh Sin come to have a bit of defense on this turret, but I don't think that's going to scare them too much, to be honest. They're going to keep putting this pressure down, keep healing these minions up, which is something that Alistar can really annoy the opposition team with. And they've taken not so much health away from the turret, but that doesn't really matter. It's the kills that matter at this stage more than anything. And Vayne is 4-1-2 to 1-3-0. It doesn't look good.
It does not look good. It's 9-2 in total, and that is already nearly a 5k gold advantage for them. Ever so slightly. No Life just getting poked by Nigel. It's like, no, don't teleport in front of me. Really, it's not going to happen. Gangplank 3-0, of course, to get that first blood in there, and got a couple of kills from them. But really, it's all been down the bottom lane. They have just got complete domination down here. And 6 kills between them at the moment. Roronoa just been forced out of it totally. And a pulverized diving in there, but Assassin has managed to come in to try and support it. Not too sure if they've still got enough, even with 3 people there, to take down Punich Factory on Vayne. Oh, he's going to dive in for the kill. Does manage to get it. Surely Libic will follow. I don't think Gangplank's going to help them out too much here. He does pop his ulti. Tries to be as defensive as he can. Dakar Groko will go down. I can't even get his name right still. And Assassin will be taken down. Uses his ulti kick. Will he manage to get away from Gangplank? No, he won't. He may even finish off Roronoa as well. Doesn't bother eating the oranges. I think he could have dived there, you know, just carried on strolling past, but doesn't matter. Oh, Ari's coming back around the back side of him. He does still have his oranges ready to use, I believe. He does have to use them up in a second. He's going to try to dodge around. He uses the oranges. It's not going to be enough. I think he's trying to get a kill on Roronoa. Will he get it? No, he won't. And, of course, that is going to be the kill for Roronoa. But, wow. Back and forth action, 11-4 already. Mid turret finally going down to Xerath as well. So an early turret, it's 13, just coming up to 14 minutes. So very quick mid turret, which is going to open up things even more for exGBT here, Joe. But that bottom lane combo of Alistar and Vayne has just been incredible so far. They're doing a very good job. Back in the middle there, you can see Xerath actually getting caught out. Does flash away from this one. Also turns around, puts a chunk of damage onto Ari. Leigh Sin is going to try and continue the pressure on him. I think he's going to be able to just walk away from this. He doesn't actually have any support coming in at the moment. Will he turn around and try and get a kill onto Mr. Key? He's going down bottom. Libic is going to come in there, just about help him out. Headbutt in there, and he walks away from it like a boss.
Oh, what is Kiki's doing, though? Kiki's coming very aggressive from the backside and trying to catch Ari out, I think, in the midst of it. Eventually, no, Ari went back long ago. Just ignore what I just said. But yeah, I mean, again, that could have been very, very dangerous for exGBT. He's managed to get himself out there. Alistar proving once again why he's definitely going to be banned in this next game. I can't see him being left in there after this matchup. And we are going to see now that ward going down once again. These pink wards, exGBT using time and time again to not only cost their opponents, but keep that map vision on their favor. In the meantime, in middle, we do have Morgana taking a little bit of damage from Nigel, but Yorick will get himself back up towards this top lane. Down at the bottom, Roronoa has come back and does have BF Sword now, plus Berserker's Greaves. However, we do have already the Bloodthirster finished on Ponage Fracture, which of course is Makler. Doesn't have the level 2 boots yet, but he won't be too far behind with picking them up anyway, since he's ahead with that BF Sword. 12-4 is the scoreline. 1 turret down, plus the Dragon in favor of exGBT. And we do now have Xerath coming in as well. He's going to charge himself up any second. There is that ward. No, there's no ward. And
top right as well.
That's not going to be good. That ward put down there. Up at the top, Nigel is going to catch the ulti here. Surely going to be able to be finished off by Rumble. Is he going to finish it off? Bottom, yes, he is. I'm going to go quickly down to bottom because there are 2 kills in there as well for Xerath and Vayne as well.
Back up top.
Back up top. I can't move fast enough. My eyes don't move across the minimap that fast. Ari managed to get that. And back down the bottom, they are going to be taking themselves their second turret of this one. 15-5, that leaves us. We should probably look down the scoreboard and see where that leaves us in the champions kind of status. 5-1-2 for Gangplank, 1-0-3 on Xerath, 5-2-4 on Vayne, 3-2-3 on Rumble, and 1-0-9 on Alistair. That boss cow is doing so well. And look at this, he's not finished just yet. He's actually got himself right over there. He's going to take a couple of hits from the turret, but I'm not sure that's going to really matter. Xerath just using his range to keep the opposition away from that position. But Ari is starting to work her way down into this bottom lane. Now is a good time for exGBT to back themselves completely away from this situation. They cannot afford to fight, and they know it. They're going to move straight out of any kind of trouble from that one. Rumble getting himself back into a farming position up at top, but still, it looks very, very strong for the WCG second place team.
Yeah, Team Poland, as they represented in Korea, and really proving what a strong team they are at the moment. Definitely one of the stronger teams over on Nordic East, if not the strongest at the moment. And I think Rumble possibly going to take this top turret. Oh, there is a teleport coming in now, so Yorick will be coming in there. Yorick actually wasn't that far away. He was only over on blue, and he teleported in from there, so possible little waste there. But Rumble now coming down with Xerath for that blue. May even be able to get the steal. Tries to pop the ulti across, doesn't get the steal. Yes, he did actually.
Yeah, he did.
He got the steal with that. That's just cheeky. That is just very, very cheeky. Meanwhile, down the bottom, the cow is going to come back around the side. They think they've managed to catch an opportunity, but instead, Roronoa was just absolutely destroyed in there. And I think Vayne ulti will finish him off. The headbutt hasn't been used. The pulverize, sorry, he doesn't need to. Oh, you really didn't need to steal that, did he? That was a total steal. I don't think Vayne's going to be too upset with him now. He's like, 1 kills as well. 2-0-10 now for Libic. And meanwhile, 6-2-5 for Makler, a.k.a. Ponage Factory. And they are now
as well. They're moving for Harry. Nigel is surely going to fall down in this one. Actually, he's done really well
mid as well.
Harry inside of the middle. We're going to catch that one as well, just as they finish things off. And it's just snowballing, unfortunately, for the Guru side at the moment. exGBT doing amazingly well. Actually, we are going to see Makler coming from behind here. What are they going to be able to do to Leigh? Not quite pinning him against the wall for that one, but they're going to keep chasing. Roronoa comes in, and they're like, okay, let's switch to Roronoa instead. However, Makler surely is going to go down in amongst all this one. Ulti from Tristana will almost get the finish off. Leigh did get that kill right there at the end. There are still 3 of them around, as we do see that top turret going down as well. So all of those outer turrets down in favor of exGBT at this point of the game.
Yeah, this is just going disastrous for Guru so far. 141 CS to Tristana's 105. And well, 351 to 635 is a big telling stat right there. 0-5-2 for the top lane. Yorick as well against a 3-2-4. 6-1-2 jungler is a huge stat for Gangplank there. And it's just It's like you say, it is snowballing quite badly. It was even a 2-0-11 support, and Alistair has been more than the support so far. He's been laying down the damage as well. Has got himself that Philosopher's, the Heart of Gold, and the Lucky Pick to go with those boots of mobility. So he's zipping around the map. He's got 8 wards on him, just placing them around wherever the hell he likes. And they're going to have full map control very soon. I don't think there's a fat lot that Guru can do about this one. This is one of those just, yeah, we're going to snowball here, guys. It's going to go quite badly for us. Oracle, of course, on Libic as well. And the Dragon, I think, is kind of due soon. Oh, they're going to get caught out down the bottom here. Yeah, they must be realising there's a cow staring at us. What's happening? What should we do about it? That's going to be Nunu going down. Tristana's going to try to jump, but I don't think he's going to get away. Yes, he did. A support kick there, along with the Tristana knockback, and they all just about escape with their lives. But they're going to have to give up this tower if the wave gets here in time. And really, you can see even Yorick's had to come down, but while they're doing this, it's always been 4v5s, because there's always somebody on the map from GBT that's just continuing to farm. At the moment, that is Gangplank up the top there, just carrying on. Xerath now coming around the side there. Yorick is in all sorts of trouble. Will he manage to get pinned down? Can he actually pick anyone off? The ulti was used by Yorick in amongst there. That's just going to be a waste. And you can see Mackle now is going to start nailing on towards that turret. Actually, I think they're more interested in getting kills than actually taking the turret down. They will get the kill on Tristana. Libic getting straight in there. Xerath picks it up. Rumble picks up the kill on Ari, and the turret will follow if they actually decide to hit instead of the champions. But Joe, yeah, this is total snowball hell for Guru so far. 22-6 in favour of exGBT, and that's, well, it's a 13k gold advantage already without really taking any of the turrets. Top turret will go down in a second, bottom turret will follow, and that is pretty much GG for exGBT.
If they come back from this one, I will be a very surprised chap.
It will be the biggest turnaround in LoL history, I believe.
I can't quite see that one happening. Obviously, they've allowed Gangplank not only to farm, but to push 2 turrets up on the top on his own. This bottom turret is not going to last very long whatsoever. They're pinging down at this bottom area. I think they fancy their chances going for an attack, but I'm not sure. I think they're going to turn around and just absolutely destroy him. Yes, that's exactly what they're going to do. Murky on Ari is going to go down. Roranoa is going to go down in amongst it all. It was actually Vayne who got the kill as well. In fact, a double kill for Vayne. You know, just in case it wasn't bad enough already, that AD carry is just completely a million miles ahead of your own. And they are going to take down their first inhibitor. Meanwhile, Gangplank is going to start pushing down that middle lane as well.
Yeah, very, very one-sided first match. It is a best of 3, don't forget. Will they be able to pick up any exit kills? Don't think so. I think they're actually going to turn around and lose some as well. And Nigel has tried to pop his ulti in there and try and distract them, but Crow Assassin going to get caught down. Nunu finally popping that ulti, does actually manage to catch on towards Mackler there. Mackler doesn't matter, still kills him anyway. Nigel will follow, there it is. They're going to try and dive on towards No Life. I think he might actually get Rumble down there. Libic also might follow. In fact, he might get all the kills down here, I think. No! No!
That's the baby.
Death back and forward, and well, Roranoa does get the kill, but obviously goes down with it, and Libic's going to escape this one as well. Ari does have quite a bit of cap moves. What the hell? Oh, and he's actually dashing to them as well, trying to dash through. I think Libic might not get away from this one, you know. I think Ari will get the kill. Dropping the wards all the way along. And that's very nicely done. It's actually give them enough time for Gangplank to now come down. He's got the Fortitude pot on. Will actually be able to kill off Ari. I don't think Ari's going to be able to get away from this one. So it's kind of like they said, yeah, here's Ari. You're not going to get away if you're going to continue running down the lane. Super Minion also beating on him. Very nicely done. And the mid turret is also going to go, Joe. Joe, I mean, really, this is a demoralising victory as well. This isn't just a beating. This is an absolute whooping. And I think actually Alistair might get banned in the next game.
I predicted that after about 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, he's currently, 3-0-14. He's actually doing better than the AP carrying bit, as you do as a support. Yeah, just an amazing, amazing game so far from exGBT. I'm just going to lock the camera onto the cow, basically, because he's the one doing everything, including this massive ward placement that they've got on that bottom lane. Which, you know, it's unfortunate there weren't any teleports in there, because that could have been a great move laying all those wards down for a mass teleport in to finish off. Actually, we are going to see the push coming out now, as we are going to see Ari going down. Unlock my camera, for God's sake. Actually, not quite going down, but we are still seeing that push come around. They're retreating straight in towards the fountain. They are going to lose too. Ari is surely going to follow. Yes, absolutely ripping through. And Nigel and Crow Assassin are the final two left alive here. And I think they can finish this inhibitor off and just finish the game at this stage. I don't see them really having much to say about that. Although, you know, spawn times still are pretty low. It's only 25 minutes into this game after all. Nigel is going to go down, and they go for the surrender. Not going to allow GBT. Yeah, I was going to say, about 7 minutes too late, was it? Or something like that, past 20. That was a very, very dominant performance from exGBT. And it's one of those games that you don't really need to talk about after, other than to give credit where credit's due by looking at the final scoreboard, I think.
Yeah, and you know it tells everything. The cow managed to just get those kills. And it was early kills as well. We talked about Vayne getting fed in the game on Tuesday. I think he went 8-0 in lane phase, but really when they're both absolutely dominating you, I think it was 6 deaths a couple of minutes in between the two bottom lanes. It's just like, yeah, this is pretty much over. And like you say, you know, you should just be looking at surrendering early when it's at that case. Yes, you can come back sometimes, but when they're already in your base and pushing all 3 lanes at once, and you're losing all 3 lanes at once, you really need to be thinking, yeah, okay, let's just get on to the next game, get this one out of the way, and maybe pick a little better this time.
And I've just been fed a nugget of wisdom that's going to make our life so much easier. Or, well, yeah. So, the last 3 letters of Dako Crow's name are actually stand for Croatia. So his nickname is actually just Dako.
Yes.
That would have made it so much easier if we knew it before we've got to the, you know, almost the final game, possibly. But anyway, let's give it a rundown. I'm not going to talk about Guru's scores in that one because, quite frankly, we don't need to. We should be praising rather than saying where people went wrong, I think, at this kind of game. But Alistair, 4-0-16. And that's just an insane score to go with. That was Libic, of course. No Life, who is otherwise known, of course. Kikis on Rumble, 4-3-11. Oh, my God, which is Makata, 7-1-7 on Gangplank. He was the first blood, and it just snowballed for him from there as well. Zerath, which was Charu, 5-0-7. And Vayne, which was Makla, 11-4-9. Just a superbly solid, no mistakes whatsoever performance from the polls in that one. Great play from exGBT.
Yep, no, I can't come back from that one. I think we just need to get on to the next game.
Just yes, that's all we need to say about that one. So second game will be coming up. Hopefully Guru can pick themselves up from the beating that they've just had. I mean, if you put that in a street fight kind of level, they've got no teeth left after game number 1. They were pretty much had their heads kicked in. But I hope that they can come back and give us a thrilling match number 3. Of course, we will be back here in just a few moments once that game's up and everyone is ready to go. I think we may have a small break while Guru have a bit of a discussion as to what they're going to do. Alistair, ban number 1. I reckon. But we'll find out that in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, guys. Of course, this is the Go4LoL monthly finals for December for EU, Nordic, and East. And we'll be right back with the second game of the Grand Finals.